Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News Update. Two prominent Hunter-based ministers will today take part in a forum looking at ways to reduce the road toll in New South Wales. Police Minister and Swansea MP Yasmin Catley and Regional Roads Minister and Maitland MP Jenny Aitchison will join 90 experts at the 2024 Road Safety Forum. They'll be discussing ways to improve road safety across the state. 365 people lost their lives on New South Wales roads last year, almost 100 more fatalities in the previous 12 months, while the number of people seriously injured rose by more than 300 to 9,663. A meter reader who lost control of his car at Tea Gardens, causing the death of two people, has pleaded guilty in Newcastle local court. Shane Ambrosoli was driving in his work ute in torrential rain on the Pacific Highway in March 2022 when he lost control. The car crossed the median strip, colliding with a motorbike, which crashed into a van, killing the two occupants. The 59-year-old pleaded guilty to 2 counts of negligent driving causing death and will be given a sentencing date in Raymond Terrace Court next week. Almost 10,000 students are starting at the University of Newcastle this semester, with 1,500 enrolments across teaching and nursing degrees. These figures have left many optimistic, with hopes to address national staff shortages in the two sectors. Professor Mark Hoffman says seeing a high interest in teaching is a good sign.
As we know, the teacher shortage is a real challenge for us nationally. Now, the University of Newcastle will have over 1,000 students starting in undergraduate and postgraduate degrees this year. And this is something that we're really pleased to do.
Police and fire investigators have begun picking through the rubble of a house fire at Mount Hutton, looking for clues as to how it started. Around 20 firefighters took an hour to bring the fire under control at the abandoned derelict 2-storey home on Warners Bay Road early this morning. They had to contend with the roof and part of a wall collapsing. No other properties were threatened by the fire. Singleton Council says ratepayers are forking out $460 a year because there's no state government reimbursement for services which council has to provide. Councillors have agreed to write to the government, pointing out cost shifting has increased by 78% over 5 years. Mayor Sue Moore says councils are forced to assume responsibility for infrastructure, services and regulatory functions without adequate funding support from the state government. A recent survey has made several discoveries concerning the progression of youth in the Hunter. The region is currently seeing an above-average level of happiness amongst young people, drastically higher than those in capital cities. University of Newcastle Professor Roberta Ryan says maintaining dialogue between young people is crucial.
Young people need to be able to participate in decisions that affect them. So we need to be continually finding opportunities for the perspectives of young people to be heard and to influence decision makers.
2NURFM Sport.
Jets defender Lucas Moraga says the side will treat Sunday's game against Macarthur like any other as they look to keep their slim finals hopes alive. The club has slipped to second last on the ladder after letting a number of games end in draws despite leading late in the match. Moraga says the players still believe they can make a late season run and will treat this weekend's match no different.
It's definitely important to throw everything out there, but at the same time, I feel that we have been taking every game as important as the others, so I think just play the same way.
Knights recruit Will Price believes his versatility will be a big asset to the side ahead of their opening round clash with Canberra in 2 weeks. The 21-year-old can fill in at fullback and 5/8 and switched between both in last weekend's trial win over Cronulla. And Merriweather surfer Ryan Callanan will compete in the Sunset Beach men's quarterfinals in Hawaii later today. That's sport. I'm Jack Seyour.
And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 6, 12, 13, 24, 26 and 34, and the supplementaries are 32 and 33. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.